Hi, welcome to Alien Gear Holsters YouTube Live. So today we're going to be talking about Glocks, specifically two of the really popular Glocks for concealed carry. Now, the two most popular guns by that particular brand, or at least two of the very popular guns by that particular brand for concealed carry applications, are Glock 26 and the Glock 43. These are both subcompact guns. They're very light, very easy to carry since they're compact, easily conceal, and they both happen to shoot fairly easily for for the compact size. As we all know, smaller guns tend to be a little bit more lively. However, these two are very, very manageable given their compact dimensions. So a little bit about them. Glock 26 was released in the mid to late 1990s. It was intended as a concealed carry gun or a backup pistol for police officers, since Glocks started to become really popular, in the early 90s and so on as police guns. And it was very, very good in that role. It's been a perennial bestseller ever since. It was swiftly dubbed the baby Glock. A lot of people still refer to it that way. In fact, it's even called that on Glock's website. It is a very popular carry gun. Glock 26 holsters happen to be some of the most popular models that we actually sell. It is just a quality carry pistol, period. The 43 came along a little bit later. About the time it came out, which it was actually released in 2015, so just a few years ago. About the time that it came out, single stack subcompact polystriker guns had become, had pretty much become the dominant form of concealed carry guns. Whereas in decades past it had been snubby revolvers and so on and so forth. Today, this is the dominant form of concealed carry pistol. Slim, very compact, single stack, subcompact, small pistols, usually in 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson. Now, Glock was actually a little bit late to the party on this one. The Smith & Wesson Shield, Springfield XDS, Walther PPS, and a number of other examples had been out for some time before Glock actually released theirs. But when they finally did, it shortly became one of the most popular guns of that type on the market. So, again, also an excellent, excellent pistol. And since we mentioned it, both happen to be supported in the Shapeshift modular holster system. So, if you happen to be wondering, does the Shapeshift fit my particular Glock? If you have a 26 or a 43 and also a number of others, there you go. Check out our website for more details. It can be found at aliengearholsters.com. So, just so you can actually see the fit, by the way, just so you can see that it's unloaded for one, empty magazine well. Pistol is totally clear. Perfect fit. Now, a bit more about both of these guns. The 26, it has a 3.4-inch barrel. It is 6.4 inches long, 1.18 inches wide, and 4.17 inches high. With flush fit magazine, carries 10+1 of 9mm, though the interesting thing about it is that since it is a double stack 9mm, it also accepts magazines from the Glock 19 and Glock 17. So that'll give you capacity of 15+1 or 17+1 if you so choose. It weighs in at about 22 ounces, so it's it got a little heft, but it's really not too bad. Very concealable, very packable, excellent carry gun. The 43 has a 3.39-inch barrel. It is 6.26 inches long. It is, near as makes no difference, 1 inch wide and 4.25 inches tall. So, just a hair taller. And the flush fit magazine carries 6+1 of 9mm, and it weighs about 18 ounces. Even lighter, even easier to carry. Now, the great thing about both these guns is the aftermarket support, if you want to customize it, add anything to it, is just absolutely ridiculous. There are very few guns that have aftermarket support like Glocks. The only other pistol that has nearly the same amount of stuff you can add to it, 1911, Smith & Wesson Shield, a few others like that. Just not very many guns have the kind of aftermarket support that Glocks do. For instance, lasers are very popular add-ons, such as this unit by Crimson Trace, this unit by Viridian, and the cool thing about this one is it's got magnets. You add a magnet to the holster that you carry. Unfortunately, the Shapeshift doesn't support Viridian lasers yet, but you add a magnet to your holster so that as soon as you draw, laser activates. Kind of cool feature there. Or Streamlight TLR6, very, very popular laser. Now, a few things to know about, a couple other things to know about them. Some people aren't huge on these, even though they are incredibly popular. Some people aren't really huge on them. One of the big issues with both of the baby Glocks here is that they are very short. Okay, now I'm just going to put in an empty magazine so you can get a fuller picture there. Now, as you can see, you do not get a full grip. Some people really don't like that. But the cool thing is there are extended magazines, pinky extensions, all sorts of things out there that can actually get you around that. I believe we have a question from our audience.
Yes, Speedy Dude 2K asks, any light bearing holsters for the Shapeshift?
Light bearing for the Shapeshift? Unfortunately not yet. It's in the works, but unfortunately not yet. If you want a light bearing holster, you can check out our regular line of holsters, which actually have a few options there. So you should be able to find something, depending, of course, on what model laser it is. So if it's something like the Streamlight here, then I believe we carry it. I'm not entirely sure, but like I said, check our gun list. Look for the search by gun tab. You'll be able to find it there. And the same issue is there with the Glock 43. It's a bit short, so again, empty magazine. Want you to see, so we're all totally clear here. As you can see, hangs off a little bit there, which that puts some people off. They like to have a complete and full grip on the pistol. People with smaller hands may not quite have that issue, but I do have some kind of meaty mitts, so for me they are a little bit small. But with that said, like I said earlier, you can get extensions for them, not an issue at all. In fact, the 26, as mentioned, actually takes Glock 19 magazines. There are plenty of grip sleeves that will actually fit over the bottom of it, so you can have 15 plus 1 and a total full grip. Kind of a cool feature there. Now, which one is better? Like I said, these are two of the really, really popular Glocks for concealed carry. And so some people might find themselves in a situation where, like, okay, I want to buy a small Glock. Which one's going to be better? Well, better's kind of subjective. They're both great guns. Either way, you get a great carry gun. However, some people want as minimal a pistol as possible. The barest of bare bones. Not an ounce more than they need, not a millimeter more of size than is really necessary. If that's the case, if that's you want the smallest possible carry gun, carrying 9mm or something along those lines, Glock 43 is going to be your ticket. It is incredibly slim, it is incredibly small, it's very light, and it's eminently packable. It only carries 6+1. That's really all you need for the civilian carrier for the most part. Some people get hung up on capacity, other people don't. And with extensions, you can usually get, with an extended magazine, you can get something like up to 8+1 with these things. So, 8+1 rounds, yeah, all you need for the typical carry gun. That's a very good choice if that's what you're looking for. However, if you want a little bit more, that's where the 26 comes in. And it honestly isn't even a whole lot bigger. So, if we hold them up next to each other, as you can see, barely any longer, barely any taller, only a little bit wider. Barely any bigger at all. Base capacity goes up to 10+1. Extended magazines get it up to 12+1 of 9mm. And for those out there that want one of 40, you can also get this at the Glock 27. You lose a round or two in capacity, but it carries 40 Smith & Wesson. If you're into that. So definitely one of the best carry guns out there. So that is really it. They are both great carry guns. If you want small as possible, with the most firepower, 43 is your guy. If you don't absolutely need the most minimal of minimal, 26 is about as good a carry gun as you can possibly get. With that, if you'd like to see any more content like this, read up more about the Glock 26 or Glock 43, head over to our home, or for that matter, the Shapeshift or our other products, head over to our homepage at aliengearholsters.com. Have a great day.